Now I got my cell phone working 100%. Well, I won't say 100%, but it's about 85 to 90% operational and functional and ready to record. Now, I do understand that in 2 days in a row, 2 subscribers unsubscribed. Now, to me, if you like my content, that's great. That's fantastic. If you hate my content, again, that's great. And that's fantastic. By the end of the day, you can't please everybody. It's like a television show. You're going to have a cast of interesting characters, and sometimes people are going to love your television show, and sometimes people are going to be angry and upset with your television show. By the end of the day, I can't put a smile on every man's face. I can't put a smile on any woman's face or every woman's face. So if you like my content, great, fantastic. If you hate my content, great, fantastic. I'm not going to change my content for any man or any woman to their satisfaction because I say something in the video that roughs their feathers. It's YouTube. When you watch a television show, do the producers and the directors do everything 100% correct, precisely to that person's satisfaction? No. When you watch a movie, does the movie go the way you want it to go? The answer is no. So by the end of the day, if the person get into their feelings and their emotions, oh well. It is what it is. Now on with the video presentation. Part 3 of Sex Game, Why Women and Men Get Bullied 3. Now in part 1 and part 2, I wanted to break down the math and science and the psychology of how a woman gets bullied. See, it goes far beyond she gets 5 tattoos, 10, 12, 15 tattoos. Some people love to exaggerate and blow it out of proportion with a magnifying glass. She's got 10, she's got 20 tattoos. Oh, she's got 3 piercings. She got 5, she got 10 piercings. It goes much further than that. Is a lot more bigger and a lot more deeper than that. There's getting abused at home. There's getting abused at school. It can happen all throughout child life. The parents or the grandparents could have beaten the person to the point where this person is in fear of their life. Now, the reason why I left off in part 2 is because the camera kept cutting off due to it being too hot and overheated. Otherwise, part 1 and part 2 would have been just one video, and then you would have gotten part 2. See, part 1 is supposed to be what happens if a woman gets bullied. Part 2 was originally supposed to be what happens when a man gets bullied. But my YouTube moderator said you might as well put the title Why Women and Men Get Bullied. See, if I just made a video about women getting bullied, then a lot of men rush into the comment section and get the whining and complaining and saying, man, there are men who get bullied. So I had to change the name of the title from Why Women Get Bullied to Why Women and Men Get Bullied. See, if I made one about men getting bullied, then women rush to the comment section and start complaining and saying, hey, women get punked too. So I might as well just make a video where it's about both sexes and how the situation relates and how it's different. That's why. If you look at my video series of Gym Bullies Part 1 and Part 2, it was a very well received series because both sexes understood what I was talking about. Same thing when I made Work Bully 1 and 2. Again, people understood what I was talking about. And the same thing again, it turns out to be it's a well-received series. It's just a small minority group that's never satisfied, that's never happy. There's always in their feelings and their emotions. You can't never put a smile. You can't never make them happy. They're never happy. They're never satisfied. So you're going to always get... You can always get at least 5 or 10 or maybe 15 people who's never satisfied, no matter what you do on YouTube. Doesn't matter if your content's good or bad or a little bit of both. You can't never satisfy nobody. You can't never make nobody happy. You can make 100 videos or 200 or 300 videos and the result will still remain the same. In the future, I'm going to make a YouTube video called Real Subscribers versus fake and phony subscribers. Because the ones that are real subscribers, they'll watch your content no matter what, good or bad. The fake phony subscribers, they only do it because you're popular, and once it's been 2 years or 3 years or 4 years that you have faded from the scene, they're no longer rocking with you. Or they can 1 minute subscribe to your channel, and then the next minute they can unsubscribe from your channel. And sometimes they can't even give you a intelligent, logical reason for why they unsubscribe. They just get in their feelings, like most fake, phony subscribers. The real subscribers, they'll watch you no matter what. So I'll actually make a future video about that at a later date. But more important, we're talking about bullies. Now, if the man encounters the girl insinuating she want to do something chaotic and destructive, that is a sign that you might want to be very careful, because the girl can go off at any moment notice. Doesn't matter if it's work, school, the gym, the park, the mall, the movie theater. She'll go off if you try to what's the word I'm looking for? If you try to accidentally accuse them of something, they'll do it. Now, when I say women in high school and college get bullied for being very smart and intelligent, that's one reason why they get bullied. Second reason could be if the girl happens to be the most physically, most sexually attractive woman. Doesn't matter if it's a black woman, a white woman, or a Mexican woman, she can get bullied just because she gets all of the attention. You know, if she always gets asked out to lunch and dinner by all the hot guys that play basketball and football in high school and college, 99.999% that girl's going to become a big target to other women. You have a such thing of women who will bully other women. I've seen black women bully other black women. I've seen white women bully white women. And hell, I've seen Mexican women bully Mexican women. I've even went as far as to see a black woman bully white women and Mexican women because they kept getting all of the attention in high school and college and always being asked out to lunch and dinner by the hot guys that they talk about on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Real childish nonsense. And when a woman becomes a bully, it's like the old saying, you beat the bully, you become the bully. Now, after the girl has bullied a total of 5 to 10, maybe 11 women, once she runs out of women to bully, the next intended target is to try to do the most obvious, which is I'm going to try to bully a man. They'll never do this to gang members or criminals because those guys are way too dangerous. So she gonna try the most obvious, the most interesting one. I'm gonna go to the guys that are too nice. This is how some nice guys and good guys become victims of bad circumstances. Now we're gonna switch over from the women to what happens when a man gets bullied. So don't no men come to my channel and go in the comment section and go, oh, you've been talking about women getting bullied. Why don't you talk about men get bullied? I'm fair and impartial. I talk about both. In my last series, I talked about both sexes, men and females. They were separated videos, but in this one, I got to talk about both getting bullied so you can get to compare and contrast. What are the similarities? What are the differences? Now, here's where things get very interesting. The guy who's a nice guy, he's not aware of the woman's been bullied. Now, when I say imprint, what I'm talking about, the same way a woman gets imprinted by having sex with too many men, if she gets bullied too many times, the imprint and the damage there. So let's say it's 100%. Well, guess what? If that woman gets damaged the first time, it goes from 100% to 90%. It happens a second time, it goes from 90% to 80%. It happens 3 times, it goes from 80% to 70% to 60% to below 50%. So every time a woman gets bullied the percentages start to decrease to the point where the logic of right and wrong just it starts to decrease. It goes from bad to worse. And most guys that are nice guys and good guys, they're not aware of this. That you had some women that you talked to in high school and college that were getting bullied 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. By the time they get into the real world, the damage has already been done. You're not even aware that the woman's gotten bullied. So then you make one mistake, right? And it doesn't matter what the mistake is. It doesn't matter if you're in a friendship or in a relationship or you got caught cheating or she accused you of cheating. It's the fact that you made one mistake. And her subconscious mind, you making one mistake is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mistakes. But you only made one mistake in reality. But in her mind, she's going to presume that you're going to make a total of 5 to 10 mistakes. You're going to always disappoint her. The second reason why nice guys and good guys get bullied by a woman, you fail to make promises. You know, you promise I'm going to buy you some ice cream for your birthday. I promise I'm going to take you out to Six Flags, Magic Mountain, or Knott's Berry Farm, or Disneyland. And for reasons explained or not explained, you get called into work. I'll give you a good example. Let's say you had to come into work and your boss will not let you go to Six Flags or Disneyland or Knott's Berry Farm or Universal City Walk because he wants you to take somebody's 8-hour shift. Now, you probably work 2 days or 3 days out of the week, but you get called in for a 4th day, and you look at the boss like, I already did 3 days out of the week. Why are you calling me for a 4th day? And the boss go, I'm the boss. You do what I tell you to do. If I say I want you to come in and do this extra 8-hour shift, you're going to do it. And you can't say no to your boss, so you have to do it. So you have to break the bad news to the girl. Well, I can't go to Universal City Walk. I can't go to Disneyland. I can't go to Knott's Berry Farm. I can't go to Universal City Walk because my boss is a jackass and he won't let me do it. So you had to break the news. Well, she won't take it personal because it's just one incident. But then the incident repeats itself 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and then you have to start changing your schedule from nighttime to morning so you can do the 8-hour shift, so you can do the work, so your boss can leave you alone, and then you can still try to pull it off. By the end of the day, you can't make everybody happy. Somebody's going to be mad and upset, and somebody's going to have a smile on their face. And you have to decide, is it going to be your boss, or is it going to be the girl? Most guys choose the boss because they want their money. Then you try to explain to her, I got bills I got to pay. I got to pay the water bill, the gas bill, the electricity bill. I got to pay my cable bill, my cell phone bill. I got bills I gotta pay. You'll be explaining that to her. And depending on how much damage she has received, she may or may not understand your logic of reasoning. When you're struggling to get somebody to understand where you're coming from logically, that is like, I think, sign number 3 or sign number 4 that you may not get through the person. And let's talk, some guys might say, what if I ain't done nothing wrong? Okay, let's talk about that. To you, when you ain't done nothing wrong, in reality, you ain't done nothing wrong. But in her reality, you've done a whole lot of stuff wrong. And it ain't got to be lying, cheating, or stealing. It could be something as simple as you didn't say hi, you didn't say goodbye, you didn't say how was your day. And you probably did. But then in her reality, there's a right way to say it. There's a wrong way to say it. And then the next thing is trying to fix stuff. Oh, yeah, this is how nice guys and good guys get bullied by a woman. You keep trying to fix stuff. You know how they say, don't try to fix the situation because you make the situation worse if you try to fix it? Well, nice guys and good guys try to use this logic because I've used it. It happened to me in high school, so that's how I know. And every time you meet a girl, you try 1 or 2 things that's a big no-no. You try to make the girl like you more, and then you try to fix the problem. And then the more you try to fix the problem, the more the girl gets angry and upset because you're trying to fix a problem she don't want fix. I mean, you try to take on the problem, but then you trying to fix it. So that's one bad thing. And then the next thing you try to do is you try to make the girl like you, because you don't like the fact that she might say some indifferent stuff to you, and you trying to figure where all the stuff's coming from. So you get it in your head that you're the problem, or you said something wrong, or you done something wrong. It's because she got bullied. And when a woman gets bullied a total of 5 to 10 times in 10 to 11 years, she takes on not only the characteristics of other men, she takes on the other personality traits of other men. It's like in the same dimension of being imprinted by having too much sex. You know, the big monopoly is if a woman has too many sexual partners, she'll take on the personality traits and the characteristics of other men. Well, it's the same thing if a woman gets bullied. If a woman gets bullied for 10 years, 11, 12 years, the same thing happens 99.999%. She takes on the same personality traits and the same characteristics of a man. And she's not even aware that that's happened. She's not even aware that she's taken on some mental and physical damages. She's not even aware of it. She still thinks that she's a normal person and that life goes on 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. She doesn't realize that. You might know, but she don't. And if she has friends, then the friends, they may communicate to you, they may not communicate to you what's happening. Now, here's where fighting back is how you can tell it's a problem. If they give you a warning and they say something on the lines of, you should defend yourself. Well, if you try to be non-confrontational, if you try to talk out the problem, they get angry and upset because they've always bullied people and those people never fight back. You fight back, they might try you a second time or a third or a fourth or a fifth time. You tattletale. This is if it's in a work environment, oh, you're going to get bullied big time because to her, she would prefer you to fight back. At least she know you can stand your ground. Most guys don't want to do it because they don't see what's the logic in that. I don't want to get fired and lose my job. I don't want to get writing up because that's the end result. You get fired from your job if you fight back too many times. And you don't like when they do that because you want to know what is the issue here. So you try to compromise. You try to sit down and say, let's have lunch and what's the problem? And you know how you can tell when she take on characteristics of other men? When she starts saying stuff to you as if she was or is a man, that's when you know there's like a total of 7 red flags going off. So when people say it's the tattoos and the body piercings that women have mental problems, no. A woman can have 5 tattoos, 10, 12, 15, 20 tattoos, 3 piercings, 5 piercings, or 10 piercings. That's only 50 to 55% of the problem. That's not 100% of the problem. That's not 80%. That's not even 60%. That's only between 50 to 55% of the problem. Do not always believe what somebody says all the time. That's them going off of movies and television shows. You have a lot of people that are delusional. They watch too much television, too many Hollywood movies, and they always blow stuff out of proportion. You can get a woman that has no tattoos, no body piercings, don't even color their hair, and they can still have damages beyond human conception. I've seen women with no tattoos, no body piercings, and they be walking up the street, down the street, talking to themselves. So it ain't always she's got tattoos and body piercings, and she dresses in all black, and she's weird, and she's strange. It ain't always that perception. That's called watching too much television and too many Hollywood movies. That's like me saying that all the professional basketball players all play on athletic ability, when we do know for a fact that there are some athletes in professional sports that take drugs. So that's why you can't believe everything you say. It's only 50 to 55% of the problem. A lot of them come from, broken homes. A lot of them have been abused all throughout junior high, high school. They get abused in college. They get punked. They get bullied. Now, if you're a man and you become a bully, let's get to the best part. If you're a man and you're a bully, a lot of times if a man gets bullied, it's because he's too smart. He's too intelligent. A lot of the fat kids in high school and college, they always got bullied. Oh, you got some Michael Jordan tennis shoes. I'm taking your Michael Jordans. Oh, you got some Kobe Bryants. I'm taking your Kobe's. Oh, you got some LeBron James. I'm taking your LeBron James. Oh, you got a T-Mobile cell phone. I'm going to take your T-Mobile cell phone. So with men, it's usually we're going to steal something of value. And it happens all throughout life. Junior high, high school, college. And when that man gets tired of being bullied, he takes his anger and rage out on his friends and his family, and sometimes on his co-workers, because he always gets criticized for everything. Oh, you're 250 pounds overweight, or you're 300 pounds overweight, or you could be driving in driving in your car and you get pulled over by a police officer on a motorcycle and say, sir, you were driving between 75 to 80 miles per hour, and the speed limit is 60 miles per hour. And you get a ticket every single day for 6 months. Well, I'm not saying every single day, but 3 out of 6 months you get a ticket by the same cop. And the cop be bullying you. And you try to follow the rules because you don't want to go to jail because the cop bullying you. So you make a report, and the police officer see you like 6 or 7 months later, and you get bullied again. And then when these guys go to the gym, they're getting bullied in the gym. And then when these guys take martial art classes, they start taking a lot of the martial arts that they learn, like karate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Ninja Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, and they start taking a lot of this martial arts, and they start beating people up with the martial arts. So the person that's a man that gets bullied for like 5 years, or he gets bullied for 10 or 11 years, he starts learning how to use martial arts, and he starts beating people up with the martial arts. Now, you know how they say in the comic books that a lot of the villains think they're heroes, but they don't realize that they're a villain? A lot of the guys who get bullied, they don't realize that when they beat up the bully, they become the bully. This is why if you look on the news, you see guys, they rob liquor stores. A lot of times that guy used to be bullied. So he goes into a liquor store to bully some old man or some old lady that can't even fight back. Or he might go to a nearby park to play basketball, and he might steal somebody's basketball or steal somebody's bike. And what happens is by the time this guy's 25, 26, 27, 28 years old, he is the one bullying everybody in the neighborhood. Oh, my son's football went into your backyard. Oh, he ain't getting the football back. It's mine now. That's another example of trying to bully your next door neighbor. So the guy starts taking the bully to the next level. He starts bullying the next door neighbor. He starts bullying kids at the park. He starts doing it in the liquor store. And then this is when police gets involved, because ultimately you're going to be confronted by the LAPD. And once you're confronted by the LAPD, you got two choices: cooperate, or the K9 comes out of the back door and bites your ass. And a lot of these bullies, when they see the K9, first thing they do is they run. And then when they get caught and they get arrested and detained, they get asked, why are you bullying people that ain't done nothing to you? And then they go, well, nobody felt sorry for me in high school and college when I got bullied for 10 to 11 years. Nobody felt sorry for me. And then these guys break into people's houses, and some, not all, some of the men that get bullied turn into criminals because nobody paid attention to them. Nobody acknowledged them. And they always use these excuses for why they was bullied. Now, when a man starts bullying a woman, that's just for power and control. A lot of times, if a man gets rejected too many times, that man will use "I've been rejected 15, 20 times" as an excuse to bully a woman, which is very rude and disrespectful. It's actually wrong for a man to bully a woman. It's wrong for a woman to bully a man. Both are wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. It's not an excuse for any man to do it. It's not an excuse for any woman to do it. The reason why the man gets so much of the blame, and I'm talking about the nice guys and the good guys, is because they don't know the signs. They don't realize when a person's damaged. It ain't just tattoos and piercings. That's only 50 to 55% of the problem. The problem is they take on the personality traits and the characteristics of other men because they keep getting bullied. And then if a girl talks to you as if she a man, that's when you know she's damaged. When she trying to challenge you as if she is a man, you know you have a problem. And then you be trying to figure out why she coming at you like that because she been bullied. And a lot of women don't want to say, I've been bullied for so long, I've gotten used to trying to get back to people. Then you get girls that get mean spirited, they get cold, they get vengeful. I want revenge. And then they be jacking you up. Now, the female bully goes after people that she can bully. Nice guys, good guys. You know how the guys complain, oh, they want bad boys, they want players, they want thugs? Well, it's the same thing for a female bully. She wants someone she can bully. If it's a man will bully another man because he can get off on the power and the control. When a man bullies a woman, again, it's for power and control, but it's also based off of rejection. So when a guy bullies a woman, it's because he's been rejected so many times, he think that's the answer to the problem. When he bullies another man, it's give me your Michael Jordan tennis shoes, give me your Kobe's, give me your LeBron James, give me your lunch money. Oh, you got a T-Mobile phone? I want that T-Mobile phone. Oh, you got the new LG One Galaxy? Give me that phone. That's when a man starts bullying another man. And sometimes you got to be careful because now what starts happening is a lot of guys start taking the bullying to the next level. I'm going to break into your house. I'm going to break into your apartment. I'm going to rob a liquor store. I'm going to punk the next door neighbor. Now you got next door neighbors that have German shepherds. So now you got to be very careful now. Because now people will get on the phone and call the police. Or now they'll carry pepper spray. Or they'll hit you with some pepper spray. Or they'll tase you. So you got to be very careful when you try bullying people. And when I say some of them use martial arts, you're talking to a martial arts expert here. I'm well versed in martial arts for a decade and a half, and a lot of the people I did martial arts with were bullies. Oh yeah, I had some bullies that tried to bully me in karate, and they found out that I'm not the guy that you bully. I've had some people try me in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Knit Jiu-Jitsu, Kung Fu, boxing, kickboxing. You name the martial art fighting style, I've had some bullies while I was taking martial arts. That's what a lot of the bullies start doing. They start mimicking stuff from movies and television shows and trying to do it into the real world, which is very dangerous. And then some of these guys don't realize that people take martial arts to defend themselves. So the answer to your question, if you're a man, you should learn some martial arts, some MMA, some boxing. Some of the most famous athletes in the world used to get bullied. Oh yeah, and they had to learn how to do martial arts. Jean-Claude Van Damme, he got bullied as a child, and he has bipolar. And a lot of people made fun of the way he talked. They made fun of his accent. They made fun of how short he was. And when he grown up, he learned martial arts. Same thing with professional wrestler Rob Van Dam. People made fun of him because he was fat. And when he grew up, he learned martial arts and professional wrestling. Another person that was a bully, and then they got their butt whooped, and then it changed their whole experience forever. You know Hulk Hogan, right? Hulk Hogan was a bully in high school. Like, his version of the story is different, but the true story was he was going around bullying people, and somebody pulled a prank on Hulk Hogan. They lied to Hulk Hogan and told him that a kid stole some shoes, and it turned out they tricked him, and then he got beat up by a Japanese wrestler, and that's how Hulk Hogan got interested into professional wrestling. A lot of the wrestlers that you see on TV, like Batista, he used to get bullied. Yes, Drax the Destroyer from the Guardians Galaxy movie, Dave Batista, the professional wrestler, he actually got bullied a lot as a child. When he grew up, he became a professional wrestler. Roy Jones Jr., the professional boxer, he got bullied. Floyd Money Mayweather. Hold on. Floyd Money Mayweather, he used to get bullied. Manny Pacquiao, he used to get bullied. All these people that I'm naming off that became professional wrestlers, boxers, martial arts slash actors, they all got bullied. Sylvester Stallone got bullied. Okay? All the stuff you see Sylvester Stallone went through in his life, he went through it. Arnold Schwarzenegger got bullied. If you ever read Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobiography, he'll tell you he got abused a lot by his own father. His father would beat him up, hit him in the face. If he came home with B pluses, C minuses, he had to come home with straight A's on his report card, or he got beat half to death. Sylvester Stallone got made fun of because he was short. Everybody made fun of Arnold. Everybody made fun of Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bruce Lee used to get bullied. If you ever read Bruce Lee's autobiography, Bruce Lee got bullied and learned martial arts. I used to get bullied because I was into Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, I was into Dragon Ball Z, and I wasn't out there playing basketball and football in junior high and high school and college. I was into swimming. I was into skateboarding. I was into martial arts. I was into comic books, video games, anime. And people thought that was weird and strange for me to be black and into that type of stuff. So they tried to punk and bully me all throughout junior high and high school. And I had to learn a lot of martial arts. And I've seen a lot of men punk other men. I've seen women punk other women. For women, it's worse. You get other women go, I'm going to cut your hair. I'm going to set your hair on fire. She always get all the good-looking men. If the girl had a car, they would take some makeup or lipstick and mess up the girl's car because she kept getting all the basketball players. Some of the guys on the basketball team. Some of the guys on the football team were bullies to me in high school. Oh yeah, I had some football players that because they were between 6 feet to 6'4" and 240 pounds muscle, they thought they could punk me. Yeah, I got into a couple of fights with some basketball players and football players when I was in high school. So yeah, there are some people who play basketball and football that are bullies. So the purpose of this video